Everyone wants to have a safe car because if an accident happens, as little as possible should happen to the passengers. Regardless of whether it's a family car or a small car, safety should always come first. But how do consumers know which cars have comprehensive passenger protection? The answer here is a crash test. So what exactly is a crash test and what are the most luxurious car crash tests? We have covered all that in this video, so stay tuned. The results here in this video are based on the latest NCAP crash test ratings, which rate the most popular vehicles in Europe using a 5-star system. The safety of the cars is tested by Euro NCAP in 4 categories, such as adult protection, children protection, pedestrian protection, and assistance systems. At number 10 we have Tesla's Model 3, with a safety rating of 5 out of 5. Tesla's Model 3 is increasingly proving to be an extremely safe car. Following traffic safety organizations in the USA, such as NHTSA, and the EU, Euro NCAP, the Australian New Car Assessment Program, or ANCAP, has now given the electric sedan the top rating of 5 stars for Australia and New Zealand, as the organization announced on its website. In terms of safety assistance systems, the Model 3 received a 94% rating. According to ANCAP, the best value ever achieved in current test procedures. Tesla pays just as much attention to active safety systems and technologies as it does to fundamental factors in the form of structure and retention systems. According to the IIHS, the smallest Tesla performed very well, especially with its system for avoiding a front-on collision. In tests at about 12 miles per hour, approximately 19 kilometers an hour, and at 25 miles per hour, or approximately 40 kilometers per hour, it was able to successfully prevent impact. The Model 3 also proved to be solid in one of the most difficult IIHS tests. In the event of an impact with little overlap on the driver's side, there's only a moderate risk of injuries to the driver's lower leg. The Model 3 also turned out to be particularly good in the protection of adult occupants category with a percentage of 96%, whereby the full number of points was achieved in 3 of 4 crash tests for the driver. In a frontal crash with an offset, which should correspond to a collision with an obstacle in the direction of travel, ANCAP awarded full points for the protection of the person in the front passenger seat as well as for children in the rear seat in the event of a side impact. The Model 3, however, achieved the relatively weak rating for unprotected road users. Here it came to only 74%. In 3 of the 5 subcategories, it's rated optimally here and almost optimally in another. However, it only scored 12.13 out of 24 for impact on the head. At 9 we have the Range Rover Evoke, with a safety rating of 5 out of 5. The new Range Rover Evoke obtained 5 stars in the Euro NCAP crash tests, confirming that it is not only an elegant and refined car, but also overall very safe. The premium compact SUV scores 94% for the protection of adult occupants and 87% for children, in what can be considered one of the most stringent tests that cars are ever subjected to. The evaluation regarding the protection of vulnerable road users was also positive, reaching 72%, a convincing result considering the size and height of this SUV. Driving assistance systems were also promoted, marking a satisfaction rating of 73% in terms of effectiveness of use. The car itself is equipped with belt force limiters, belt tensioners, head airbags, as well as optical and acoustic seatbelt warnings in the first and second row of seats. Side airbags are also installed for the front. The passenger's protection is good, while the risk of injury for adults and children is almost invariably very low. In case of a rear impact, there's a medium risk of injury to the cervical spine in the second row of seats. Isofix hoops are mounted on the outer rear seats with eye size identification. They're not available for the front passenger seat. The middle seat in the back is suitable for child seats with belts. At number 8 we have the Mercedes-Benz CLA plug-in hybrid, and it gets 5 out of 5 stars. One of the hybrid safety high flyers is the Mercedes CLA plug-in hybrid. The sedan deservedly lands in first place in the ranking of the safest hybrid vehicles. Excellent ratings in the categories of adults with 95% success, children at 84% success, and pedestrian safety with 86%. a particularly high level of safety is actually guaranteed with the optionally available side airbags for the rear seats. The active safety assistance with standard lane keeping and emergency braking assistance cut a fine figure in the crash test. Well, if you always keep an eye on the road and would like to enjoy 73 kilometers of pure electric range, the CLA plug-in hybrids are still the right way to go. At number 7, we have the Polestar II with 5 out of 5. A new star in the safety sky is rising. The Polestar II climbs the podium in the category of the safest electric cars. This really shouldn't surprise anyone who knows them, because the Volvo electric offshoot brand has inherited many safety and equipment features from its Swedish manufacturer. If you think a long range of around 470 kilometers and a good result in the Euro NCAP tests are amazing, the Polestar II is the right way to go. When it comes to adult protection, the car scores 92%, 89% for children protection, and 86% for the assistance systems. In the event of an accident with a side impact, the passengers inside the car can feel safe, and for pedestrians the car scores about 80%, so there's really no reason to worry. You should just be careful not to stand in the area of the headlights in the event of a collision with the vehicle. All other areas of the body pose a lower risk of injury. At number 6, we have 5 out of 5 stars for the Audi A1. Here, small car enthusiasts will find a safe companion in the Audi A1. The ADAC writes, among other things, that the car goes far beyond the required thresholds with the scores. That would actually say everything. Emergency braking, lane keeping systems, and speed limiters are part of the sporty small car range. You're dealing with premium class not only in terms of safety equipment, but also in terms of processing and the choice of materials in the interior. The car scores 95% for adult safety, 85% for children, and it gets 80% for its assistance systems. As is usually the case for a small car, the bonnet is slightly shorter, which is why Euro NCAP awards only 73% for protecting passersby inside. However, the overall package is so convincing that this city car can take first place in the ranking of the safest small cars. At number 5, with 5 out of 5, we have the Skoda Scala. Of course, all 10 places in the ranking are worth mentioning, but only the Skoda Scala makes it onto the winner's podium. When it comes to protecting passengers, according to crash tests, only the Mazda 3 is even better. The Scala creams a whopping 97%, and thanks to the standard knee airbags on the driver. When giving the name, Skoda deliberately wanted to recall names that sound like Milan Scala. Scala means stairs or ladder in Latin. This illustrates the ambitions of the Scala because it literally aims high. When others are at their wits' ends, the Scala shoots around the corner and says, "Hey, you're safe with me." And that's very true because the crash test ratings of 97%, 87%, 81%, and 76% in the categories of adult, child safety, pedestrian interior protection, and safety assistance speak for themselves. At number 4, another 5 stars for the BMW 3 Series. Whether as a limousine or a station wagon, the 3 Series meets the family's high security requirements. In all seats, whether adult or child, there is a low risk to very low risk of injury, and drivers inside enjoy a knee airbag. Thus, the 3 Series scores an impressive 97% when it comes to passenger protection. There's nothing else here to complain about. On the contrary, 87% of both children and pedestrian protection speak a clear language. Apart from the excellent safety ratings, the 3 Series BMW also impresses with its excellent workmanship. Everyone who uses one is happy. At number 3, we have 5 stars for the Volvo XC60. Here in the case of the XC60, it can be assumed 100%. Volvo always has a great reputation among experts when it comes to vehicle safety. And this is not just hollow chatter, it really is the naked truth. Volvo regularly proves that their vehicles are among the safest in the world. The XC60 is a picture-perfect SUV, especially when it comes to safety. 98% passenger protection, now that's a statement. In addition, the XC60 comes in at 95% in the category of active safety system. Hats off to this performance. And an additional delicacy, Volvo offers an integrated child seat system for the XC60. which also helps the SUV achieve a sensational 87% in the child safety rating. At number 2, we have the Mercedes A-Class, getting 5 out of 5. The car that best meets the safety needs of the masses is namely the A-Class from Mercedes. They're available as a hatchback and sedan, both of which are ideal for use as city cars despite their different body shapes. However, short dimensions do not mean that comfort and safety have to be sacrificed. On the contrary, the passenger's needs are very important in the A-Class. 96, 91, 92, 75, these are dream scores that this car already gets in the foretaste categories of the Euro NCAP crash tests. Emergency brake assists, as well as airbags, really contribute to this judgment. Not only those who walk are protected by the safety measures of the Mercedes A-Class, but also those who are inside the car rightly feel very safe. As far as the technical delicacy is concerned, the intelligent personal assistant, called MBUX, reacts to the commands and takes care of the radio frequency or the internal temperature as required. And rolling in at number 1, we have the Nissan Juke with 5 stars. Rarely has a car been so divided as the Juke. In the years after its release, the SUV polarized with its unusual headlights and coupe-like sloping roofline. Today, the Juke is a standing example on the SUV market and can almost be seen as the founder of the coupe-style SUV class. Since the last model revision, Nissan has given the car a fresh look and at the same time made the Juke onto the podium in terms of safety. A modern exterior can also mean modern safety systems. The Juke has a good emergency brake assistant, a standard lane keeping system, numerous airbags, and the license to safely transport all passengers. That was clear after the car passed the crash tests, recording 93% for adult protection, 87% for children, 85% for pedestrians, and 77% for assistance systems. And that's it, guys. That concludes today's video. We would like to know which car test you guys agree with the most in the comments section below. If you want to see informative and interesting videos like this one, subscribe, like, and share. Thanks so much for watching, and I really hope to see you again next time.